We Say What They Can't Radio.
Hey everybody, how you doing? This is the Lipstick Chronicles. My name is Toni.
And I'm Sharma.
And I'm Monique.
And so this is episode 2. Hope for everybody that took the time out to listen to us, to go on YouTube. Thank you so much.
You.
We
Thank
greatly
you.
appreciate it.
The compliments, the reviews, the likes, the questions.
The unlikes.
Who unliked it?
We got a like.
Yes, we did get an unlike, girl.
Really?
We got one.
Who did that?
I don't know. I was trying to see
find
who it
them.
was, but I couldn't
We
see.
will find you.
Oh my God! Well, whatever. You can't have everybody
Can't
can't
please
like
everybody.
everything.
That's
It's
right.
okay. It's okay. It's all
We
right.
appreciate you too.
Hi, hater.
So, ladies, how was your week? How was your weekend? Did y'all do anything?
Well, as you can see, I can't really talk. So I did attend the MJ block party yesterday, which was fabulous. There was a lot of great people out there. Al Sharpton came out and did a few dances.
Yes,
He's
he
so
had
smooth.
moves.
And-
You was
yeah.
there too?
No, I
But
was in
he
my
had
house.
all head
Oh,
though.
okay.
All I saw was head. I
He
just
like
couldn't.
Al, I'm sorry, but he look like
Right.
a bobblehead. He's so small now.
It was just crazy. I didn't want him to break a hip or nothing, but he was doing his thing.
Okay.
Shout out to Erica Badu for coming to give the,
I'm so
she did a dedication to
tight.
Aretha Franklin that was really, really nice.
Oh,
And
I bet it was.
I do know because I'm a big Michael Jackson fan. But when I got there, we listened, and this man his repertoire is just
His
so
catalog is
huge.
Deep, yes.
Not one song was repeated for a couple of hours. They never played no other song until later on in the day. And you just listen, you're like, oh my God, like this man had a lot of music.
Shout out to Spike Lee for even
Yes,
putting this together
yes.
every year.
8th annual. This is the
Come on,
8th year.
the
The 8th year. Yep.
I
It was-
must have been under a rock
Girl.
because I only known about it like last year. I didn't know that they
Yep,
was. What
this was the 8th
hell?
annual.
That's when you busy momming all
Yes,
the time.
yes.
You miss everything. Wow.
Trust me, I only knew that because I looked at it on Spike Lee page. Okay,
And
I did not
I
know.
follow him. I don't see. Yeah,
Yes,
I need to be on
yes.
Instagram a little bit more, I guess.
I guess. But work was boring because we have no children and I'm just falling asleep every day doing nothing.
So y'all don't get like the time off though? Because
They
y'all
don't want to
vacation.
pay me to stay home.
Wow. So what they
Yeah.
do? So y'all just go and
I'm
sit
just
on-
getting dressed to just go sit and stare at another person all day long. But I have been catching up on your book though. I have been catching up on your book though. So
Thank you.
that maybe that's a good thing.
Yeah, it's a plus.
Because
definitely.
any other time I really can't. But while I'm at work doing nothing, I'm reading Monique's book. You
Yes,
should
it's
check it
all
out.
True. It's all true.
Check it out. Check it out.
Absolutely. So, Mo, what's going on with you?
Well, work was long, work was exhausting, and every morning I wake up and fight my feelings and try not to cry on the edge of the bed because I know I got to get up and go
Yes.
because that money funds all the things that I really want to do
Yes.
and I really love.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
as long as I think about it like that, then it doesn't really affect me but so much.
Need them benefits, girl.
And, and I need my Blue Cross.
Need them
Blue
benefits,
I
Shield.
know that's right.
Yeah, so, but I mean, as far as the work week, I'm just floating through it because I know the weekend is coming and, I just try to focus on that. So I started out Friday evening, I went out for drinks.
Okay.
I only had one drink, believe
so
it or
you
not.
went
It
out
was
for
just
drink.
one. I had a drink. And the funny thing is I said, oh, this is so like sweet. It's like juice. But the strangest thing was I had this weird energy when I got home, like 1 o'clock in the morning, and I started cleaning up.
Okay.
I was cleaning the kitchen. I was like scrubbing the wall and the counter and stuff like that. I don't know where that came from.
So
like,
that wasn't the date rape drug. That was more like the Mr. Clean drug.
yeah, I don't know. Like I'm
Okay.
not gonna drink Malibu Big
Oh.
Breezes no more. Like no,
God,
that makes you
listen.
clean 1 in the morning. That's not my friend. So I'm not gonna do that no more. And so like Saturday morning, I started my day out with a spa
Oh, that's
visit.
Okay.
I got a
Cool.
massage,
I'm not mad at you.
deep tissue. I'm sore right now. Like I'm
I
sore.
heard that's like the best. I
It
heard it
is.
hurts, but I heard it's
It
really
did
good.
hurt. Like
Like a
I
limp
tried
noodle.
not to make weird noises because she was like putting her elbow and then down to her fist in my back. So I didn't know, like, do you not like
Are
me
you
or
trying
are
to
you really
assault me,
like
or is this part
Did-
of
I don't
what
know.
you
Did
get?
your husband give you a hard time when you was
right? Like what happened? Like it got aggressive, and I'm like, I don't know. Like I'm judging her tip on this, so I don't know. Like, I know people want you to really work the muscles. I do have aches and pains, but it started to get weird. Like, after a while, I was saying ouch. Like, I couldn't fight it no more. And then she was like, sorry. Just go to sleep. Just go to sleep.
How?
Like, you hurting me. I can't sleep. But
You're being physically abused and she wants you to go to sleep.
So I'm like really sore right now. But then after that, I tried to go on with my day, even though I was achy. So I went to a crystal store.
Okay.
Yes, I'm getting into my chakra and stuff.
Very good.
So yeah, I have things that I want to work on, and I just want some assistance, you know.
Okay.
So I did a lot of research ahead of time. I even took a chakra test online to help me figure out what I need to work on.
Yes.
Right. So
That's
I kind
a
of
good idea.
my whole test results pretty much told me I have to work on my root and my crown.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
So, and I don't think I want to work on both at the same time.
Just one at a time.
Yeah. So I figured that if I work on my root first, then I can focus on my crown better.
Okay.
Because if you don't fix things from the bottom,
That's right.
how are you going to get things right at the top?
That's right.
So I did.
Can't build the house from the roof
I got me
down.
a couple of crystals on that. I also picked up one that helped me focus on communicating and stuff like that, because I always had a fear of public speaking. And I can't be like that. Like, I can't always just talk to my friends. I got to talk to the people.
Right.
Yes.
Especially, with your book and everything, you definitely have to talk to people.
Right.
People
I
gotta
can't
ask
just like keep
questions,
having my same friends come, like, y'all sit right in the front. And
Y'all just only raise y'all hand.
right. Don't nobody else in here. Like, I can't look at the strangers. I don't want to be like that no more. Like, I can't get myself into this world that I'm trying to expose myself to, and then I'm afraid to speak to the people.
Right.
That's not gonna work. So I did find a crystal that would help me communicate and stuff like that.
Okay.
And a candle to burn also to help me with my root. So I'm on to something.
Well, we're going to keep up with that one.
Yes.
We're definitely going to check back.
Yes, because sometimes I feel like I need more than church.
Yes.
Absolutely.
No, you do.
You do.
Yeah.
Because, church is only once a week. So, what do you do
Right,
for the
and I
other 6
don't
days?
go once a week. Like, I go
It's okay.
when I feel like,
It's
you know
all right.
what, you getting a little out of hand. It's
You go for that healing, and then you like, I'm good for a
you
couple
out
of weeks.
control. You need to go sit in that house over there. And
Okay.
yeah, so, but I need more than that.
Okay, that's
You
cool.
probably should try just doing your own self-studying,
Yeah, that's really good.
And that's one thing that I do. I do research a lot. Like, I learned that from when I was little, because when I act like I was bored, my grandmother would catch me looking bored and say, get a book. I'm like,
Yeah.
So then I start saying, well, I read that one already. Well, you read another one. Well, I read that one too. Well, then read the Bible. Okay. Well, what else can I read? Encyclopedia. Okay. So yeah.
Let me get that book and read that again.
Right. So thank goodness we got the internet now, so we don't have to
It's
pick
really
up
easy,
the 5,000-page book no more when you're bored and have to look at that. So
Yes.
I think of stuff and I just research. Like, I'm like the Google lady. Like, I'm not gonna sit there and
That's
ask
me.
anybody anything. I'm
Yes.
gonna research everything. I think of a question, I Google it, look it up.
Yes.
I look it up. That's what I do. So
Okay, very good. Well, for me, for starters, I'm freshly unemployed.
That's all right. It's going to be
So
all
it's
right.
Girl, I'm not mad. Let me
gonna
tell you
be all
something.
right.
My job was taking me through some trials and tribulations. I really began to hate my job with a passion. No, I didn't. I was very calm. I was very happy. She was like, "Oh, that's it." I was
That's it?
Yeah.
you didn't throw no papers.
Thank you.
or-
No, because let me tell you something, right? It was so much that I had on my plate with just my job within itself that it was just stressing me out so bad. Like, I would come home, I don't want to talk to the kids, don't bother me, don't look at me, don't ask me no questions. Like, it was stressing me out to the point, too, that, like, I would go to work and just be, like, with, because I worked in property management. I was a property manager. And, sometimes tenants want to come and talk to you. I don't want to be bothered.
Yeah.
It would be times that I would contemplate just picking up and leaving.
Wow.
But I was like, I know I can't do that because then I won't be able to get an appointment.
That's right.
So I said, you know what? So and I feel like it was a blessing for me. Mm-hmm. I never stress. Like, everybody be like, well, you sound like you're in good spirits. Yes, because I feel like I have things for myself that I want to work on. I have my businesses, I have a blog, and it frees up time.
That's right.
For me to, get really into those things.
And you're still getting a check.
Exactly.
So, I mean, hey.
Exactly. You know, so I really spent this week just because I have like some machines I had bought like a while ago that I need to learn so that I can do certain things. And it's like I never had the time to do that. So I've been just like, because I have a couple of things that I'm trying to work on.
Okay.
So, you know, I just been like researching that and, you know, fiddling around with, you know, everything. And just so, I mean, for me, I feel like my week has been good. The kids have been at school.
Yes.
So I've been napping a lot as well because I never get a chance to nap.
First full week.
I've been napping a lot, just enjoying my oneness.
Okay, that's good.
Yes, because I miss that time. You know, when you have kids, you don't really get to have time for yourself.
Yes.
Like I would come from work and I would go straight in the bathroom. That would be
right.
my time. And I'd be like, let me sit in here for a while before y'all start, you know,
knocking on the door.
My back. But I mean, you
What's
know,
for
they don't
dinner? What we
respect
doing
that.
here? What we
they
doing
will
there?
go under the crack and talk to you between the floor and the door, that little crack.
Slip papers under there. Look, you got to read this. I'm like, is that paper not going to be there when I get out?
Right.
Yes, so, you know.
It's an urgency all the time.
All the time. So, you know, I'm just pretty much enjoying that time to just center myself a little bit and just get my head together straight.
Okay.
So, you know,
that's
it's
good.
pretty good.
That's
pretty
good. Well, look, I'm glad you're happy.
I am.
Yes.
You know, so that's what's most important. Because, you know, most people, they lose their job. You know, they like, I don't know what I'm going to do. You know, but
Happen
listen.
to them dreams you've been
I've
thinking
never
about.
had that thought at all whatsoever. And it's so crazy because I'm such a worrier. I worry about everything. And I have not worried at all.
That means this is a good thing.
Like,
this is a good
crazy.
thing.
Yeah,
So.
So.
I've asked, you know, I believe in God, and I asked, like, you know, just show me the sign where I could just one day just say, you know what, I don't want this anymore. And my aunt always says, it's gonna come to you. You're gonna get it
When you least expect
right.
it.
And I'm like, okay, just make sure that the bills is already paid, you know, before I decide to say I'm kind of done with this.
Yes.
But I'm getting to that point. So I did request a transfer because I know when it's over for me,
Right.
when I'm about to blow up. So I don't want to get fired, so I said, let me just transfer to somewhere else, see how that works out for me, and then we'll see what happens after that. But I need to be happy and sane where I work.
And that's what's most important. You have to be happy. You can't go somewhere because at work we spend the majority of our time.
That's right.
You know, that's pretty
better
much
half of
like
your day.
that's like your family. And if you going into a situation where you're not happy inside, mentally stressed, like it's not good because it spills over into your personal life.
That's right.
And nobody wants that. You don't want to be sitting at work 8 hours a day looking like you sucking on lemons all day because you upset, you angry, you pissed or whatever. Like nobody needs that.
Just don't want to be there.
Right.
Yes.
Well, well, at least everybody's here and everybody's good and good health.
Everybody, yes,
So,
definitely.
You know, that's a plus.
Yeah, so moving on to our trending topic, of course, you know, we can't go on with the show and not touch on Aretha Franklin.
Yes.
She passed away about a week and a half ago.
Yeah.
And she, for me, when I read everything about her, when I was researching, she definitely is represents Black excellence.
Oh, yeah.
She is an artist that actually was able to have a fruitful career that
At an early age.
Yes.
Like 14 years old.
Yes.
And
Yep.
that transcended all the way into her 70s. Like,
That's
you
right.
don't have you don't have artists that has that ability to do that. And also like her music. Because we have artists, I'm not gonna say names, but we have a lot of artists that people like and they enjoy. But you have to look at it 20 years from now. Are you gonna listen to their music?
Exactly.
30 years from now, are you gonna listen to their music?
I'm still listening to 70s and 80s music.
and 90s.
Right. You know what I'm saying?
stuck
So
there.
for her to definitely have that, I think that is amazing.
That's right.
Yes.
I also want to touch on Miss Madonna. So at the VMAs, she was asked to give a little tribute.
Wait, the
Quote,
question
unquote.
is why?
Right. Of all the people.
Why?
Because, you know, they don't like to let us represent us.
Right.
You see what she did to Prince. I mean, they threw Stevie up there, but like, I guess that was
that
supposed to do
didn't.
something for us,
Right.
but that did not. So, you know.
I think Stevie probably strong-armed his way in there. He was like, listen.
Like, enough is enough.
They did Prince dirty, you know. Thank God BET, we
Yes.
give them a lot of slack, but when it comes to tributes, they are definitely good with that. So they did come in and they did do a lot for Prince. But so they had Madonna on the VMAs and she was asked to give a little tribute, and she went on and spoke about herself for a good 20 minutes.
Yeah, I did hear that they was like, she just kind of like snuck Aretha in there.
Yeah, like towards the end. Towards the end, she went on. She was saying she had an audition for these two French guys to be background singer, and she forgot her sheet music.
And that had what to do with Aretha?
And she
What did
said,
that have
well,
to do with
I
the show?
can sing another song. I can sing. I think she said she was going to sing Respect or one of them songs like that.
Okay.
And then she went on and she was like, yes. After she said she sung that, and then, because she had to do something, she didn't want to go back to where she lived at. That was a crack house and be mistaken for a prostitute, blah, blah, blah. Okay. And then she's like, yes, because Aretha, like, at the last 2 minutes, I believe. But then when because, of course, Black Twitter slammed her.
Of course.
Shout out to Black
She
Twitter.
got a lot of slack, and she went on to say, well, it wasn't a tribute. How could it not be a tribute when you have a large picture of this woman and back of you, they reached out to you and asked you to speak about her, and you say, oh, it wasn't really a tribute. Like,
No, I was just going to give her an honorable mention.
Was it something somebody else wrote, or?
No, it was her own speech. It was her. It was all her.
She didn't read the cue cards. That's what happened. She went out on a limb with that
She
one.
just did her own thing,
Right.
and it was totally trash. And I think
And disrespectful.
It was very disrespectful, and I think that this woman deserved more than that.
That's right.
Yes.
That's right.
Like, this is a woman that was mentioned by Rolling Stones, the number one for the top 100
That's
artists.
right.
She was inducted into the Rock and Roll
That's
Hall
right.
of Fame, the first woman, and I think black woman
That's
on
right.
top of that. So, like, how could you not,
She
like,
sang for
passed.
2 sitting presidents.
Right, she passed, so how could you not give her more?
That's right.
But
I guess,
Disrespectful.
sometimes you got to start low so that when they really do it, it's going to seem astronomical.
Yes.
Because now they're going to have to show out.
They're gonna have
to
I'm
let her
really
know.
counting on BET
like,
to really pull it
this is what
together
you
for
should have
her.
did.
Yes, and I need them
Exactly.
to definitely
Yes.
go get my girl J Hud.
Okay.
Yes.
Fantasia.
Yes, like I
mean,
definitely need them to really dig in
Yes,
their bag
yes,
and really
yes,
do this
yes.
good. So yes, BET, we counting on you.
Yes. Soul Train Awards, all y'all, get it together.
Absolutely.
We're going to need it. We're going to need her to be represented the right way.
That is correct.
And
yes.
don't let Lifetime do her movie.
Oh, Jesus.
Please.
Nah, I believe that with an
Please.
artist like her,
Please.
it's going
Don't
to be
do it.
something that's going to be on a big
Maybe
screen.
OWN.
Because
OWN might do
Okay.
something.
because I know that they were in talks before.
Yes.
And I think that she
And she
did
was
mention
giving
wanted
some
Jennifer
ideas.
Hudson to do, which I watched the video on
She
YouTube.
threw some shade.
But let me tell you something, right? When Jennifer Hudson was singing her song, what did she sing? I think oh my God, it's a song by her that I really, really.
It wasn't
I
Natural
never loved
Woman?
the man. I never
Okay.
loved the man the way I love you.
Okay, okay.
She sung that song like it was her own, but
Mm-hmm.
it sounded like Aretha Frank. Like she killed.
Yeah.
Aretha, she don't really like to give people too much.
No.
She's very, and
Very
I mean,
private.
I guess she can, because if you know that you are a great artist, so she didn't want to give her that much while she was doing the song,
Right.
but she killed it. She
Yeah.
killed it. So,
Yeah, she mentioned she wouldn't mind Jennifer Hudson. She wouldn't mind Fantasia. There was a few people she was like, who? No, not her, darling. No.
But you know what? For me, Fantasia, I think Fantasia will be better in Patty's lane.
She is. Because that's
I
that's
think-
the mini Patty.
Yeah.
Yes, I
Cause
think
she
she's definitely
toe
better for
up
that.
voulez-vous, you know. Lady Marmalade. She
Yes.
toe it up. I mean, I was like, Jesus.
She did a lot of Patty songs.
Yes.
You Are My Friend. She
Patty
did a
almost
lot of
fell
songs,
out the
and
chair.
Patty
Like she was
loved her,
shouting
so
and
I
she had
think
a
she's
out-of-body
better.
experience. And I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah, Fantasia's definitely a mini Patty LaBelle. Like,
Yes, yeah.
there's nobody else could do Patty like Fantasia. Nobody.
That's correct. Yes. So we're gonna move on to our topic of the show, and we're gonna talk about child support.
But wait, hold on.
Yes.
Do we want to address our last show, or do we want to save that for the end?
What was the question?
Yes.
I guess we could say that for the end.
Okay, let's do
Yes.
that.
Okay. So
All right.
Child support. What is child support? What is child support for?
okay.
Who is it for?
Right.
Okay.
What do you do with that money? Is it for bills? Is it for the kids? That's the issue that a lot of people are having.
Yes.
What's
a lot
the
of
stipulation
men are
behind
having.
it? Yes.
See,
Yes,
Okay,
girl.
you know, when you say child support, right? And it's for the kids, of course.
Yes.
All right. But as the primary parent, if you are a responsible parent, right? If you're responsible, because not every parent is responsible.
This is true.
As a primary parent, responsible parent, you're going to be the one that pretty much does the most for that child.
That's right.
Right.
You have to provide food, shelter, clothes. Children go through clothes a lot. And I think when a lot of men give money for child support, they're just looking on the clothes aspect.
That's it.
But, okay, if this rent don't get paid,
We
this
ain't-
child ain't going to have nowhere to stay.
But they're gonna be looking fly though.
I mean, fly in a cardboard box
That's
in the
right.
corner somewhere.
That's right. That's right.
You know, I mean.
Because he bought those sneakers.
Right, and like lights, food, like this child has
Toiletries.
to eat. So I feel like as a parent, it should be no stipulations like, oh, if I give you money for child support that you just got to spend it on clothes. Like there's school trips, there's things in school, there's Halloweens, there's Christmases, there's
That's
so
right.
much that that money goes towards, and it's not just for clothing. And I think if a man has a problem with you saying, well, hey, I'm going to put this towards, if this child has everything they need when
That's
it
right.
comes to just the clothing aspect and all that, if the child has everything they need, I don't see where there should be a problem where you putting money towards a bill, if you putting money away in an account for them. Like, I don't feel like that should be an issue or a
Right.
problem. That's just my, thoughts about it.
Well, my personal experience. Y'all know I'm going through a divorce.
Yes.
Filed my papers, y'all. Filed my papers.
Gotta clap it up for you. on
Yes, I
that.
filed my papers. So they said 4 to 6 months, but whatever.
Oh, child.
So prior to that, when I went to the Supreme Court, they said to me, "What kind of divorce are you getting?" So I said, we in agree. We already split up property. We already did all of that stuff. So basically, it's just us and the children, the child. So they said, if you want to have your divorce faster, so he got my attention with that one. He said, go to family court, file for custody, visitation, and child support. And I said to him, what if I don't want child support? He said, it's not up to you. It's not up to him. It's up to the court, because the court wants to make sure in New York State that child is being able to be properly taken care of. I did not know this. I
didn't
thought
know
I had
that
a choice
either.
in the matter. Neither does my husband. So, of course, he says, oh, why would you put me on child support like I'm a deadbeat? I'm like, it has nothing to do with you personally.
Right.
And I mean, I got printouts so that he can read, but he's retarded, so he doesn't really understand the words that were on the paper. So I tried to reiterate it to him, like, it wasn't up to me.
Right.
So we go to court, and he says, in his ignorant way, I don't even know why we here. I'm like, we in court. You could at least act a little intelligent. So the judge says, she brought you here, because she don't know the situation. She don't know that we getting divorced, because the man at Supreme Court said, don't mention divorce, because they're going to send you back to Supreme Court, and it's going to take longer. So I know what's going on. I explained to him what was going on, but now you're just pissing me off. So now we go to court, they like, oh, he'll pay X amount of dollars, which was nothing. And $144 every 2 weeks is nothing. Like, I spend that in gas. Like, it's nothing. So, why you gonna give me on child support? I'm like, listen, I got a plan, because I want to get my divorce fast, and then, we could take you off. I don't need it. So now we go on further. Now the custody is done. I didn't even fight for anything. You want visitation? You want this? He's like, I don't want you to move out of town. I'm like, okay, you live 10 minutes away and you barely see her, but you don't want me to move out of town.
Now you want to act like you also.
It's okay. It's okay. So now the child support comes. So on our last date, he didn't show up. He calls, he texts me and says, oh, I'm not coming. I'm tired. I'm like,
Really?
I'm like, okay. Are you going? I said, oh, I'm already here. I left work an hour ago. I'm already here. So our appointment was at 11:30. He texted me at 2:30. Did you go in yet? I said, I'm still here. So that gave him opportunity to still make it there. I didn't get seen till almost 4 o'clock. You had all day to make it to court. So when the judge said, so what's your expenses? I said, well, she got piano. She have guitar. She's in camp right now. School is coming. She need uniforms, other stuff. So he's like, you have receipts? Yes. These are all my receipts right here. He's like, okay. He's like Medea with the calculator. He's like, I'm like, okay, all right. I don't need that much, I don't want to hurt the man. So he says, well, where is Mr. McLeod. I said, oh, he said he tired. So the judge was like, excuse me? Does he work overnight? I said, no, he don't work overnight. I said, he said he's tired. I said, I could show you the messages. He says, well, you know what? This has been adjourned too many times. We're just going to end it right here. I'm like, okay, no problem. I'm with it because I can't afford to take off no more days from work. So he crunched the numbers. He did everything. He asked me how much he makes. I said, well, I don't really know. You know, we've been separated for a few years. I said, but he works at the same organization I work at. So I could tell you like what the guys at my job make. And he's been there a little longer than them. So you could kind of do the math.
Yeah.
So he did the math. So he calls me after. He said, what they said? I said, I don't know.
Why are you asking?
He should. If he was
Show
concerned,
up.
he should have came.
I said, I don't really know what they said. They're going to do their investigation and then they're going to send me the papers in the mail. But they had already told me, you know what, everything. But I didn't feel like the arguing. I didn't feel like that. Plus, I had weekend plans and he was coming to get her, so I didn't want to,
Yeah,
you know.
No show, no call.
Listen, I'm telling you, they
I
get
was
real
like, you
petty.
know, I was like, oh, they're going to send the stuff in the mail. So I kept saying, damn, I need to file these papers before they send him the stuff in the mail. But he would not give me the papers back. So I'm like, yo, go to TD Bank. It's free. Get these papers notarized. All right, it's all good. It's done. So he called me. Yo, you know they got me paying. I was like, what? You got your papers already? I didn't get my papers. I was like, all right. Oh, you trying to break me? I was like, you should have came to court.
And spoke on your own behalf.
On the
Right.
paper, it said decision by default. I said, you should have
You
came
gave
to
up
court.
your right to fight.
Now he's like, well, I'm going to call a lawyer. It costs $600. I said, well, if you got $600 to pay a lawyer, you could just give me the $600.
That's your child support right there.
Now-
broken down into a couple of months.
Prior to the child support, I drafted my own divorce papers with the child support, custody, everything. I said $300 a month. Oh, why you doing that? And I was like, but $300 is really nothing. That's $75 a week. That's no money. So now you're paying triple that and you want to get mad at me. I gave you an opportunity to pay little to nothing. And that would have just been to cover her extracurricular activities. I got everything else. So to say that, I say that to say this. They don't think about how much money, if he was still in my house, he'd have been spending way more. I never paid a bill. So you would have been spending way more. So this little bit of money you crying about, why? But his problem is somebody else is controlling when and how much he gives me. That is the problem. And I'm just like, why? Why? This is still your child. We made her together. I could go to court for alimony. Would you rather take care of me or would you rather take care of her? I'm not asking you for a dime. Just take care of your responsibilities. Now, my daughter used to see her dad every single day. He disappeared for 14 days. I thought he was dead. I started pulling out insurance papers. I'm like, okay, baby, you're going to be all right. You know, we got the insurance. We good. But being a concerned parent, I called the job. I'm like, you know, is he at work? She said, if he's here, I'm going to have him call you back. He called me. I said, you ain't dead? Yo, that's fucked up. I'm like, but you ain't called your daughter in 2 weeks, so I would assume that you would be dead. I called your mother and said, get your black dress ready because I'm assuming your son is dead because we haven't heard from him. But unfortunately, he did call me. He was not dead.
He didn't die.
No, so I had to put the papers back in the file cabinet. But, you know, and I do get it. I do get it where you have these people who take child support and get butt injections.
Right.
You know, get boob jobs.
Right.
You know.
I mean, but that's why I say if you're a responsible adult and you're parenting the way that you should, and I'm sure that when you have a child with someone, they pretty much know
You know how-
are
you
as
know
a
what I'm
person.
doing.
They
Right.
know that I'm not going to be going to the clubs, tossing it up, making it rain, do all that shit. I'm gonna make sure
Right.
that this child is taken care of.
Exactly.
So
And then I'm going to go to the club and make it rain.
Right, with the change.
Right. With
But
my
why
money.
why can't the couples break up and then just say, you know what, let's sit down and talk. All right, these kids do this, these kids do that. So you know how much I make, I know how much you make. So how can we do this so this judge don't tell us how we need to take care of these
That
kids?
requires you to be a mature adult.
And then why
everybody is
some?
not
And then
mature
it seems
adults.
like too, some people break up and then all of a sudden
Because
this
people
hate
get
is
petty.
so real.
Because people get petty.
Right. Now, if
especially
you
the one
know
that
the
get
father
left.
is a good father,
Right.
why do you still go to court?
Petty.
Right, exactly. Now, if
Petty.
we didn't have these issues, we wouldn't be in court. Like if I wasn't looking for you, hunting you down, saying your kid needs some toothpaste.
Right.
You know your kid like basketball. Like you gotta help out in some way. Like you can't just say, okay, we're not together, so just fuck both of y'all. Like
Right, and then you never, because I know for me, like I had to serve my kid's father at one point too, and you never want to do that.
No.
To a person. Like that's not something you like. Girl, I'm gonna go out there and I'm gonna serve. Like you don't want to do
Some
that.
people be excited about
No,
it.
they
I
do
wasn't
be.
excited
They
because
do
my
be.
kid's father is crazy as shit, and I had to go pick up my daughter, and I said to my friend, she drove me. I said, "All right, girl, right? You gonna serve him? You gonna do it, okay?" So I got out the car, and he was like, "Hey, what up, Tone? You know, we kicking it. Hey, you know, smiling, giving him teeth and all of that." So then after I sat in the car, I was like, all right, girl, give it to him. So I was like, come here. And just so happy he came around to her side and she gave him the papers.
Did he flip the
When
car?
he opened the paper, he tossed it back. And I was like, you touched it already.
That's all you need is proof that he touched it.
Yeah,
That's
as long as you take it.
And she got a witness. And she's
That's
gonna
it.
notarize saying that she served him.
I was like, all right, girl, drive off because he might tear up your car. Cause he kind of, she's like, he was going to rip my car up, girl. I said, girl, listen. But you never...
Wow.
You never want to do that to a person,
No.
you know, but it's like if we have a child together and why should I be the only person that's financially fit
That's
to build
right.
this child?
That's
I
right.
didn't lay down and have this child by myself.
I didn't even want another child.
Listen, you know what I'm saying? Especially when it's that, because me personally, I didn't want kids. I was happy living my life, doing whatever. He was like, you gonna have my baby girl. I was like, no, I ain't. He ain't saying like that, but he was like, you gonna
I'm
have
sure
my
it was
baby.
close.
I was like, no the hell I ain't. You know what I'm saying? So when it's that type of situation, when you were the one that wanted to have kids,
Right.
why is it such a
Exactly.
problem or so hard for you to take care
Exactly.
of this child? Like, come on. It's ridiculous.
Yes.
Well, I think some guys worry about the woman making that a supplemental income. Like, you're not going to take this and make that the only reason why you can make your rent,
Right.
or the only reason the cable can stay on.
And that would
stuff
never be
like
the
that.
case unless you got a baby by Jay-Z or something.
Right, because
I mean,
half of these dudes, they can't afford to pay but like $25 a week. So,
Hello?
like, what am I doing with this?
like, don't be mad at me because you only giving me $100. Like, dude, that's snacks for her.
Right, because you got kids, they gotta have underwears, they gotta have socks, they gotta have clothes, they gotta have soap, toothpaste, food, place to stay,
Ices.
TV to
They
watch.
want icy every
gotta
day
have
after they get out of
beds to
school.
Sleep on. Yes, my kids be killing
Every
me when they
day.
see the little Mexican. Can I get icy? Like, come on.
I'm like, no.
You know, like
I don't know nothing about the whole child support world. Like,
But see,
I
this
didn't
is
get
the
child
thing.
support. Like,
I
I
didn't
tried
either.
it at first, and then I was like, you know what, this is too much
No.
work. I'm gonna just do what I need to do for my son. If his
It's-
father give me something that's just extra, it is what it is. Like, my son is gonna be all right just
Of
because
course.
I said he is. Like,
That's
not
right.
for no other reason. I'm gonna handle this. If he gives me, he gives me. If he don't, he don't. But at some point, his son gonna know that he's not doing.
That's right.
And that's gonna be the part that I can't handle.
Now, on
That
the
he's
other
gonna
hand,
have to own that
I
when
never
he
took my
see
oldest
that.
daughter father for child support because we sat down and I said, I know you don't have a lot. I said, but your time with her is so much more important. I said, I don't
Yes.
care if you never give me a dime. I said, but if you
Time
come
is
and get
everything.
her,
That's right.
I'm good with that. Sometimes I had to say, can you bring my daughter back home? Like, I mean, but he's a great father. And this dude had the nerve to say, oh, you didn't put her father on chest. I'm like, dude,
Why you wearing
you
that?
can't
compare
compare yourself
Right.
Why you wearing
to
that
his
type of
pinky
clothing?
toe on a bad day. Like, you can't do it. I'm like, this dude done took his daughter on several trips. To this day, if I call him and say I have no money, whatever he have in his pocket, half is mine. Like, we're like on a brother and sister relationship now. Like, we're really cool. He takes care of his daughter. He helps pay for college. He does everything. And he got 4 other children. You have 2. And you crying about they taking my whole check. I said, well, you know, you need to get another job.
That's nice when you
If
can get
this
along
is
with your baby
taking
father. That's
all of your money, you need to get another job. That just because if you pay a car note, you pay your insurance, you come to my house with a brand new pair of phone posits every day or whatever time I see you, those are about $250 a pop.
Yeah.
So don't tell me you don't got it. So when I'm throwing birthday parties, because my daughter thinks she's supposed to have a birthday party every year, and I say, what you got on, and you say, I don't got it, then don't come. Don't come.
Right.
Because I know you have it. You going to trip, all of these trips and stuff. I don't care who paying for it. If I'm with a man and I got kids living with my kid's father and he say, I want to take you here, I'm like, you know what? Let's not do that. Let me take some of this money and make sure my daughters have groceries. Make sure that they're okay. But you know me. You know I'm going to take care of my children because I've been doing that for 20 years. I've been doing it. So don't act like I'm one of these chicks out here taking your money to go and do the wrong thing.
But I
Don't
don't
come at me
understand where
like
they
that.
get the percentages from
It's 17%.
It used to be 10, so they went
It's
up.
17% for the first child, and I think it's 16% for
It
the
is
second
start,
child.
it start getting
Yes,
lower.
yeah.
with each
So
child.
but I noticed that with the few people that I do know that pay child support, they take so much of your check that you're gonna have to have a real understanding woman
It
on
all
your side
depends,
to
though.
But
even,
then you can also
you know,
go and get it readjusted
Yes.
as well.
Yes, you can.
You can get you know, and that's the thing too. Like men want to complain, but they're not speaking up on their behalf
because they don't like to go to
if
court.
you feel, but if you know that this is
You want it that
affecting
bad.
how you live, if it's affecting how you living, then go and speak for yourself. Like, listen, hey, you know, I don't make that, but can you please recalculate, do something?
I said the
whatever.
court is open Monday through Friday from 9 to 5. Make your way down
They don't
there.
like to go to court.
They
Make
don't
your
like
way
to go
down
to
there.
court, but you know what? And I feel like don't complain. Like if you want to sit there and you feel like the court is taking too much money from you, but you don't want to go down there, don't complain. If you can't see your kid, but you don't want to sit there and exercise your right to see your kid,
Right.
don't complain.
Exactly.
Just take it.
Right.
That's it.
Yeah.
They're uncomfortable stepping in the courthouse.
Not if you're not no criminal. He's not no criminal. He is
You
the
know what
total
it is?
opposite of a criminal.
It's laziness.
That's
Just
exactly
lazy.
what it is.
You don't want to take the time out. Like it's not that important to you.
And him not knowing what to say. So he don't know what to say when he goes there. He just like, yo, y'all taking all my money. That's all he's gonna say to the judge. No, I can't live like this because y'all taking all my money.
Poor
y'all giving all
thing.
my money to her.
Poor
So
thing.
he would want me to go to the court and speak on his behalf.
No.
This man still brings me his retirement papers every year, asks me to
Oh my
fill them
God,
out.
You know what? Yeah,
Well,
my
fix the
kid's father he
paperwork.
used to be like
I
that. He
do
used
for
to
my
call
kids,
me.
for my
Yes.
kids,
Fix
for
the
my
paperwork.
kids. But I'm like, don't your girl got a master's degree? She
that's-
can't
and
do
that's the
He
that.
don't trust her. He don't trust her.
I don't understand that either
don't
because I go
trust
through
her.
that too.
I'm like, when you gonna change your address? Why your mail still coming to my
Because
house?
he don't trust
Yeah,
her.
but
Well,
I
he
don't
shouldn't
want you
be
there.
with her.
Right.
Sharma
right.
don't want him.
No, Sharma don't want
He
Sharma
he
don't
don't,
telling me
want
with
him.
Sharma,
Sharma
but
don't
he ain't
want
got
no
to be
parts
right
of
back
that.
If
either.
Sharma say the word,
Sharma
he
don't
be
want
right
no
back.
parts of that.
Right back.
I got saved. I don't want no parts of that. No.
You delivered?
I got delivered
From that.
from that whole entire situation. I told her, he's yours now, boo boo. No backseas. No backseas. I'm good. You could keep that.
Okay.
I'm good. No. No. I'm all right with that. He's not worthy.
Listen. Oh well.
She has spoken.
You know, it gets like that sometimes when you've just been through whatever you've been through with an individual, and once it's done, it's done. And you're happy, and
Yep.
that's it. You're ready to
Yes,
move
I'm
on.
in
You
a
don't even wanna
much
look back.
better place now.
Very good.
Not trying to commit no homicides anytime soon. So I feel like I'm in a better place. Like I wake up happy to get up and get out my bed sometimes, but I'm happy to walk out and not see his face. And when I do see his face, you know, I have to fix my face so it's not so obvious that he disgusts me.
You discuss her.
Yeah, so. But that's neither here nor there.
Yes, we'll cover that on another day.
We're going to talk about baby daddies.
Right.
On
But
our
then,
next
then we
episode.
have a hot topic this week.
Yes,
We had a
have
hot
some
topic this
questions,
week.
right?
Oh my God.
Yes, we have some questions.
No, we had some drama this week. Obviously, y'all not on the same page as me. We had some drama this week on our IG. What are you talking about?
Oh my God! I forgot. Like what? It just left like what was the
The question was,
Yeah, 'cause- yeah.
why do men lie to their child's mother about their new relationships?
Oh my God!
That was the question.
Yes.
And boy, oh boy, somebody was trying to bring the fire, but
Yes.
they wasn't ready for the bullet.
wasn't
Because
right.
it was stated that the question wasn't stated properly. So that's how,
How
the
so?
confusion started.
I don't think he read it properly because
Yes.
in order to be a child's mother, there have to be children involved.
So how can
Yeah.
you just totally X out the
Right.
kids and just get to the
Oh,
relationship? You
why
can't
she give a
address-
fuck about who ass I'm licking? Like, hold up.
Well, first
Literally.
of all, why you gotta be so cruel? that was bothering me. The
Yeah.
language, and
Yeah,
it's
it
not
was-
like
it was
because
extra.
I'm very potty mouth myself, but it just was just reading it. It just sounded so cruel. To
And
me,
then
like,
it was just like I'm at work and I hardly get any reception at work, so I'm like, I gotta keep going outside because I'm like, this dude is really getting under my skin.
Yes.
Like, oh, he's
yeah,
just
yes. That's why
I
after a while
wasn't
I
in the
just
mood that
dismissed-
day. Like, so
Well,
I just sent my tag back to him.
Well, listen.
Stop playing with me.
No,
Yes.
like
That
I,
was the
but
end
like
of it.
I
didn't
told
say
him, well,
nothing
guess what?
else.
I have all day.
Yes.
When I am ready. I have all day. day. So if you want to do this, we can do this. Yes, you
I'm
want to
like,
be petty,
boy,
I can be petty too. And then it was like after a while, like what you're saying, that you want to be making these little videos. Little 30-second videos.
I'm like, stop tagging me in your videos,
like,
dude.
Come on now, like don't tag me no more. I already said what I said.
I said what I said.
And that's it. Like
that's
there's
it.
nothing that you are saying that makes any type of sense.
No.
You're saying the same thing over and over, and you just making yourself look like a fucking asshole.
Right.
So,
and you know who you are.
Yes. So what you're gonna do is
did.
you're gonna hold this, you're gonna take this, and then you're not gonna at me no more.
Exactly. Talking about don't bring a knife to a gunfight. I'm like, boy, I bring a gun and a switchblade in case you get too close. Like, stop it. You don't want to play with me. Like, you don't want to play. It was fun, though. It ended up being fun. I laughed about it until I got the text from Monique. I was like, I just was ready to eat in his ass. I'm like, but I am at work, so I have to remain professional.
It just didn't, his arguments just didn't make any sense at all.
It would have went on all day.
Actually. Oh, yes, it would have, because I was just having fun after a while.
See, I wasn't in the mood.
I was just having fun. I did tell you I was bored at work, so you know, it was just, it was open season.
After you're not saying anything that makes any type of sense to me at all whatsoever, like, I'm done with the conversation. I've left it. That's it. So, you know.
It's like, that's not going to get you on the show.
Oh, never. I'm sorry, but no. Hell to no.
Because we will have a live beatdown on this show.
It will definitely be some personal.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah. So, moving right along.
Yes. So, you had two people ask you some questions.
Yes.
Right?
The first one came from, we're going to call her Miss J.
Yes, because we definitely don't want to disclose.
Okay, Miss J is a married woman who had a discussion with a friend of hers asking about side pieces.
Okay.
And wanted to know if it's okay to be a side piece. And they couldn't agree on it. So
okay, did she want to be a side piece, or does her husband have a side piece?
She never stated who was a side piece or who wants to be a side piece.
Just is it
or
okay?
Who is a side piece.
So just a blanket question. Is it
right?
okay?
They couldn't agree on it.
Now, was the friend single? Do we know if the friend was single or married?
I don't know. I don't know if the other friend was single or married or not.
Because it would be, you would have to ask a different dynamic of people. You know, a single person who might be a side piece, a single person who has never been a side piece, a married woman who might have caught her husband with a side piece. So that's not a question that you could just say yes or no.
Maybe it was one of those things where you're just asking for a friend.
Well,
I'm asking for a friend.
I feel like this. It's okay to be a side piece if that's where you are. Mentally, if you're in a place where you don't want any type of commitments, or maybe you are in a committed relationship. Let's start if you're in a committed relationship and you're choosing to step outside of that relationship, then it's okay for you to be a side piece because that's what you want.
Right.
You don't want a situation where there's strings attached. You want to be able to see that person when you see that person, and that be it. You go on doing your normal life. Now, if you're not in a committed relationship and you want to be a side piece because you don't want to be committed and you don't want to deal, because you have a lot of people, they don't want to deal with all that. They just want to do what they want to do, and that's it. And if you're in that place, then hey, if you like it, I love it. If that's what if that's where you are mentally, it all depends on where you are mentally. But when it comes to having those type of relationships, it shouldn't go on for a long period of time. It should be a couple of months, boom, 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 and then you cut it off. That's it. Because
feelings get involved.
Right? I don't care who you are.
Ties get slashed. You know, windows get busted, cars get blown up. I mean,
like, you definitely don't want that type of situation. So if you're gonna do this whole side piece thing, then you do it for a couple of months.
But there are people who do it for years.
That's a relationship,
right?
That's
where the Muslim thing coming at.
Listen, okay, we not gonna.
Yeah.
Listen.
I'm just saying, because how do you? For me at this age, I don't really have a lot of time or the mental energy to juggle people. So like, how do you? The two people that's involved who don't really know about the other person, they must just don't care, because it's no way in the world. Because if you're my man, you ain't got time to be with nobody else. Like, you don't have time. Because I'm going to always find something for you to do.
But they find
like,
time.
You looking, what your grandmother said, you
when
looking
you
bored.
Really want to do
I'm going to get you. We don't have a lot to do. And I know. But not for years and years and years. I'm too nosy. I'm a private investigator. I'm going to know that you're with somebody else, because I pay attention to my man.
And you know what? It's so crazy because, like, for instance, my kids, their grandparents or whatever, right? Now, I knew something was kind of strange within their relationship, because, like, the father would be gone all day. Sometimes he would be at the park. You know how old men are. They at the park, they doing dominoes, they drinking, they doing their thing, right? You know, he would come home every single night, They slept in the same bed. Sundays they went to church, but they never went to the same church.
That's a problem already.
They didn't go to the same church, but they went faithfully every Sunday.
Was they really going to church?
No, they was really going to church. But come to find out, like when the father was, because he had cancer.
Okay.
So when he was passing away, it came out that he had a whole entire family.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
He had a lady that I guess they worked together. Mm-hmm. They retired together. They had a house together. They had a child together. Mm-hmm. They adopted a child together. Mm-hmm. He would go there every day. He had his shoes, his slippers at the front door. He had pictures of his kids there. But then this was the shit. This was the shit that was so fucked up. His wife was living in the projects. And they had 5 kids together.
That's a murder waiting to happen.
Yes, he had 5 children with his wife.
Oh my God.
He lived with his wife. He kept her in the projects. Wow. But then the side chick had a house. She's
a good side chick
together. But I think
he definitely upgraded.
You know what it is? I think what it was is because he's from that old school way of thinking. He had kids with her, so I guess he felt because they lived in Alabama, they came up, and I felt like his way of thinking was he wasn't going to leave his wife with the kids. He was going to stay there, but obviously his heart was elsewhere.
Yeah. Wow. And everything else.
Well, yeah. And it was just so crazy because then when he had passed, and then her son had came, and they was trying to get the death. It was a whole. For me personally, I could not believe it because I was like, "What? All this shit was going on? I had no idea."
Yeah, that's usually when the man dies, you find out because one of my grandfathers did the same thing.
But then here is the thing, though: the wife knew. The wife knew he had another
Of course
woman.
she did.
Because she had the power to pull the plug in the
she
end
knew.
if his ass got sick in hospital.
She knew because I think one of his family members or something like that was with the lady's sister. It was some shit like that. It was like, it was just crazy, but the wife knew. The wife knew, and I just was like, wow.
Well, I mean, it's not easy to... Some people feel it's not easy to just walk away when you're in a situation and you have years invested, and then you got so much time
and
in
he still
together.
Was taking care of her, so she probably
and then
felt
she's like, after a while, like, all right, you know what? Well, he's doing what he needs to do at home.
Right.
Go ahead, do what you want to do, because she
And-
probably ended up doing what she wanted to do.
But you know, the thing about it was when he had got to the point, because he had stage 4 cancer that he fought for about like 13 years, and when they knew he was dying, he chose to go home
with the wife.
Right. The wife did nothing for him.
That was his
karma.
payback in the end.
She did nothing. Like his oldest daughter she moved in and she was taking care of him. And they were so pissed off with the mother that she would do nothing for him.
That was her payback.
Really pissed.
Right.
I mean, she did nothing. He
Down
had to
River
be
Mad Black
fed.
woman.
He had to be, like taking care of. Wife did absolutely nothing.
We have to wrap it up.
Oh, yes.
Yes, we have to wrap it. So do we have like any final words, like anything? Oh, we want to give a shout out to my sister.
Yes.
Designs of a New You.
Thank you
for
for
our
the
t-shirts. If you want to get a t-shirt from her, you can hit her up at Designs for a New You on Instagram. You can contact her. DM, is it DM still? DM, right? Yes, you can DM her. You can contact her. Or slide up in the DM. Oh Lord. And you can contact her. She also has an Instagram at RellMu, which is RELLMU. But her site for her shirts is Designs of a New You. So shout out to you, little sister. Thank you.
Thank you.
Also, real quick, if anybody have any questions or anything that you want to ask us, guys, you could definitely go to Ask the Lipstick Chronicles at gmail.com, and all emails will be kept confidential. But any questions that you want to know, if you need a second opinion, third, or whatever, or you don't feel comfortable asking somebody that's close to you, shoot it to us, and we'll definitely answer it.
Yeah, we will do our best to give you the best advice.
Yes, and there's a question that we're going to tap into next time around. It's about relationships and cell phones.
Okay.
Jen, I got you on that.
Yeah, sorry, Jen.
Yes, sorry, girl.
The side chick thing
that's
really,
going to take a minute.
Really
that
went
cell
there,
phone and relationship thing is going to take a minute. And then I'm going to have some confessions along with that, too. Yes.
Okay. And
don't judge me,
to follow us on Instagram at The Lipstick Chronicles, and hit up our YouTube page.
Yes,
Lipstick
definitely.
Chronicles as well. iTunes, Spotify, Specker, and iHeartRadio as well.
And we say what they can't say radio.
Absolutely.
I
And
will
thank
definitely say what
you,
they
guys.
can't say. Yes.
Thank you to We Say What They Can.
Until next
having us.
time.
Bye.